Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. How are we doing this morning? I decided to start a little early.
Yes, hello, Legionnaires. I'm just as surprised as you are.
Well, I wanted to start early, because I got everything done. All of the sketches were prepped, and unlike during the week where Brooke, works next to me, I was like, well, Brooke's not up here, Brooke's not working, I'll just stream early.
Hold on, give me one moment.
So as previously stated, oh wait, big yawn. As previously stated, the weekend is for revenge.
What's revenge?
So for those of you who are not familiar with ArtFight, you get revenge whenever somebody draws your characters. You get revenge by drawing their characters back.
I thought Saturdays were for Dad and Dad's car.
I understood that joke. Sorry, I had to take care of the 9 a.m. alarm I set for myself, because I set an alarm for 6, 7, 8, and 9 a.m.
Staying hydrated.
Why?
We have a... Oh! I am staying hydrated, and you want to know, one of the great things about now getting to stay hydrated? We got a new fridge!
Oh, did your fridge also get stolen?
No, we paid the man to take the old fridge away. So our fucking fridge...
So it was consensually stolen.
It was. So our fucking fridge was, like, busted for months.
Bust.
We're like, it basically worked. It worked enough that, like, we didn't get fucking food poisoning or anything. But, like, it barely kept anything cold. The side of it that was meant to be the freezer didn't freeze. And it was constantly leaking water every time we tried to, like, get drinks out of it.
Oh, yikes. That's not good.
No, so the thing was just broken. And so Justin's like, fuck it. We have enough in savings. We need a new fridge. We can't keep doing this. Because we bought, like, a garage freezer. And that was kind of working, but we didn't have nearly as much space in it as we needed. So we were like, this fucking sucks. We need a new fridge. So we bought a new fridge.
So the new one you have is running now, right?
Yeah.
You better go catch it.
Fuck. God damn it.
Okay, did you not see that coming?
The minute I answered the question, my brain was like, wait a second, and then he finished it, and I was... God damn it.
To be fair, I saw that coming, because I'm used to seeing things coming.
Fell for the oldest trick in the book. But you know that it was bad when I had my breakfast this morning, and I always drink orange juice with my breakfast. And I had my drink of my orange juice, and I was like, damn, this shit's cold. Fuck.
Okay, so I have a drama-related question in the realm of VTubing.
Sure, hit me.
What did Fillion do?
So...
Here's what I know. I know that her general model is a all-purpose one, and allegedly she is involved in AI. I know nothing else.
So, okay. A lot of bad. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I do like the moth! He's right here. I have him... I can't show you, because it would break immersion, but he's right here. I love him. He's so soft! Baby, thank you so much! I love him so much.
I was talking about your throne moth yesterday.
I like my throne moth.
Not yesterday, the day before yesterday, because someone was asking about throne, and I used yours as an example.
So, what I know about... The things I know that people are mad at Fillion for were the AI, and I know some people had some beef with the VTuber awards, but that's all I know.
I mean, there was also the fact that, from what I understand, the model was just recolored from someone else's design and was not credited. I also know that.
I didn't know that.
That was the first thing I heard. But then again, I'm on the Funny Bird app more than you, so that probably had a hand in that.
Yeah, I've mostly left Twitter.
I've noticed.
But why
people? I say people like you are the reason why I have accounts on other sites. Don't worry.
A large number of reasons.
No, don't trust me. I will never judge anyone for not being on the platform. I get it.
No, somebody asked why.
I just needed to make it clear I was not judging you.
Yeah. Oh, also. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know much about Fillion, but I wanted to share.
Okay.
So chat, I have recently, much like our dear heterochromatic prince Rin Penrose, I too possessed a violent need for a particular plush from IKEA.
Why did I think you were gonna say heterosexual prince reviewer for a minute?
No. Except where she required a blahage.
Oh, the trans shark.
After all this time, Chad, I finally acquired him. I have finally acquired a Jungle's Cog.
The what?
I got him finally! Jungle's Cog!
That is a big bear.
So, okay. I saw him in, like, the meme posts, which devoids him of any context. I did not know he was so big! He's so large!
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, and I love him! I got a Jungle's Cog! Finally! And, okay. He's incredibly soft. And I love him. He lives up to all of his implied squishability. The thing that I'm weirdly stoked about is two odd things about him that you would think would not be positives, but they are. One is that he's a very weird shape. So that he is... But that's great, because it means that he is shaped for maximum huggability.
True.
Because his belly is round and his head's down and his arms curve in like that, if you put your head on his belly and hug him, he does in fact hug you back, which rules, and I love that. The other thing is that, and again, this may not seem like a benefit at first, but he's a little understuffed, which is actually great because it means that he's very good to lay on.
Well, I am not surprised by the feminine urge to have a giant cuddle buddy that's a plushie.
It's true.
Also, it is very obvious that Heaton would choose the bear.
I would, 100 times out of 100. Fucking, again, I've said before and I'll say again, I don't have a lot of, like, inherently feminine desires. My big three are that I really like scented candles, I really like plushies, and I really like nail polish.
Well, I guess it depends on how you separate feminine desires. Because, like, I don't inherently think that there's something, like, masculine inherently about wanting high-caliber firearms.
True. Traditionally feminine desires, we'll say, then.
I was about to say. Also, you're so right, Lio, because wanting the firearms is inherently a feminine urge, and I will not, and you can argue with the wall.
Also, I have a feeling like we could pick up more feminine desires if we look through your AO3 history.
You'll never find it.
You're right. I won't. I also won't go looking, but you didn't deny it either.
You'll never find. You'll never know. I'll never tell.
Side note: I love how, like, every friend I know, who's the reason I even use AO3, like, you know, like, the Big Free in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of the Big Free in my head, by the way. But like, they're like, I know none of their AO3s and they'll never tell me.
No. Well,
like,
the thing is, right? I don't particularly read fanfiction too much anymore.
What?
I've just gotten back into reading manga for the time being, and since I found manga decks, I have a way, like, wider variety of stuff to read.
Fair, but, because I know there's a but coming.
But I was gonna say, but I have in the past. I mean, like, unlike most people in our friend circles, I don't think, like, my AO3 history, I would not share with the world. However, it's not, I don't know, I don't think I'm that weird.
I'm sure you're not. I'm here.
I read a lot of, like, most of my shit's, like, Hurt Comfort Fix. That's my shit. I like the healing power of love.
No, that's great, and I agree with you.
I think the idea of inherent feminine desires is bogus, to be honest. I'm not non-binary just because I like comic books. I'm non-binary because I want to look like Robert Pattinson's Batman. Gender? Question mark?
No. I want to chime in as a funny non-binary. I will let you know, straight up, my banner of, like, gender goal characters is like a hilarious, like, it's like a hilarious blunt rotation. So I get you. I don't agree. I'm not in that camp. I'm not exactly the type of person to look at Battinson and go, gender, that's not me. But, like, if that's you, rad, and I hope something's in the way for you for many years to come.
Who'd come
The non-gender desire to be vengeance and the night.
It's true. The inherently gender non-conforming desire to be the knight.
The gender non-conforming desire to be vengeance.
I'm very picky with fanfic, mostly because the fandom for most of the stuff I'm into pisses me right off. Samesies. Hey, listen! I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The main two pairings that I read fanfic for, yikes!
Oh.
Listen, there is the one that is, like, objectively bad, which, once again, hello, VCause community. Can we please, I'm begging you, stop writing amputation fetish porn? I'm uncomfortable.
What? Huh? What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I mean, I think the problem with the amputation porn is that it costs an arm and a leg.
Shut the fuck up.
God.
Holy.
And then, Lio might understand why this one bothers me so much as a fellow comics fan. Hey. Frank Matt community. Can we...
The what?
Frank Castle and Matt Murdock.
Okay, for a second I thought you said the Frank Bat community. I'm like, okay, we're getting some wires crossed we shouldn't. Go ahead.
No. Hey, Frank Matt community. I love you. You're great. I understand that we're suffering in rare pair hell. Can you please stop writing daddy kink fanfic? It makes me so uncomfortable. Yeah! Hey, listen, far be it from me. I've talked about this before, right? It's like, do whatever, I don't really care. But, like, hey gang, I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel a type of way when, the man who lost the closest relationship he ever had with his father, and the man who lost 2 of his small children probably shouldn't or wouldn't be engaging in daddy kink shit!
That's,
I don't know how to stress to you that, like, Matt's weird trauma probably wouldn't let him call anybody daddy, and I think if you called Frank Castle daddy, he'd short circuit.
I think I just figured he'd cry.
He would probably cry.
I figured you just have to deal with this big, muscular, crying man if you did that.
I think that's not good, and I think that we should probably not. Please.
We should probably stop doing that. Yes.
Well, speaking of fiction, fan fiction specifically, my ex had a thing for her favorite characters getting extremely injured.
I know a few people like that.
Care to elaborate on that, Mr. Gimme Transformer?
Like, she very much so enjoyed Kenshin getting wrecked by everybody in the Kyoto arc.
Oh.
Now, I never asked because at that time I also never looked into it. I don't know if that was like the feminine desire to nurse back to health a strong man, or if she was just sadistic. I don't know which.
Well, I mean, if she wanted to be into fictional characters who get beat up all the time, she could just be a Vegeta fan.
It's so true. Okay.
Look, I'm sorry. He's the prince of biting the curb. I'm gonna make that joke any chance I can get.
As someone who's, I mean, not similar because it's not a sexual thing, but like, it's a couple of things.
Okay.
There is the feminine desire to nurse back to health, is part of it. There is also the, like, there's something very inherently sexy about, not even necessarily men, because I think it's the same way with female characters as well. There's something that's very sexy about, like, taking a lot of, like, physically being strong enough to get, like, the absolute shit kicked out of you, and be like, it's like, oh, it's so sexy when he gets covered in blood and he's all beat up, but he gets up and keeps going. It's the inherent, like, strength of that is very attractive as well. If it is the process of injury, then yeah, she's a weird sadist.
It's a matter
I've
of...
spoken to her in, like, almost 20 years, so it's all good.
Yeah.
My god, what the fuck?
Hope posting. Exactly. It's the attractive thing is more the, like, for me, I like it because I think it's like, because for me it's not like, oh my god, he's so injured, it's, oh my god, he's so strong!
That makes so much sense.
And I think that rules.
Strong men make heat and go burr.
It's true.
Side note, by the way,
Also,
but I'm just reminded of, like, whenever I have to, like, explain One Piece stuff to the boyfriend, because he hasn't taken the time to get into it yet, and, like, I'll just it just reminded me, the whole strong man thing made me think of Zoro, because of, like,
Nothing
you know,
happened.
the whole the several examples of what happened to Zoro.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened.
No, he didn't. The bit is that there are multiple things you can point to. But no, Zoro, like, I think about the mall near us that has, like, the life-size Zoro statue in its window. And how it takes all of my strength to not ask how much. Because I don't think we could get that into the... I don't think we could find a place to throw it in the apartment. I'll be so real with you. Part of me wants to know...
Yes.
Part of me would love to... No, I was just going to say, part of me would love to, just so I could put it in the window, so people who pass the apartment building will just see Zoro in the window. Sorry.
Yes, Lyle?
I wanted to get that out. I'm
So-
sorry.
I'm trying to bully somebody on Twitter that made a manga ranked by art objectively list.
Gross.
Oh, yeah. I saw that, brother. Ew. Type shit, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be shoved in a locker. Not just because you can never say there's an objective to art, but also, frankly, and I know that I'm surrounded by One Piece fans, but he ranked the art of One Piece higher than Vagabond or Berserk.
Okay, listen. I was about to say, as a One Piece fan, Eiichiro Oda's artwork, I would say that, first of all, I would say that this is comparing two inherently different skills.
True.
Yes.
Miura's artwork is absolutely stunning when it comes to, like, just the raw talent, like, just the way that, like, images are put together, etc., etc. But I would say that Oda's talent comes from very, very strong skills in composition and paneling. So Oda does have a lot of art skill, and something that very clearly stands out amongst other people in his genre. However, huh?
Listen, I'm very much someone who looks at art in, like, again, I agree that there's no real that ranking art objectively is stupid and dumb, and you're stupid and dumb if you do it. But
What's good, gamer?
Hey, we're gonna go.
But, like,
to the antique store.
Okay.
oh, but like,
And we're gonna get Henry's food, and we're probably gonna go to Sonic.
Okay.
Do you want something for
now
Sonic?
I've never heard of Vagabond. I don't know what that is.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I might. Oh, you know what? No, I don't. I want to have the steak and potatoes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. about
So-
that mistake.
Forgive me, Mr. Convoy, but I don't know anything about Vagabond.
Just Google it.
Okay.
Vagabond is about the life of Miyamoto Musashi.
Okay, let me look at this real quick.
Like, I can't, like, if you were to play at rating objectively, this is, like, it's proof that it's not. It's proof that what you're doing is subjectively. Because, like, I love Oda's artwork. I think Oda's artwork is great, but comparing it to fucking Miura, I wouldn't.
See, that's...
Yeah.
So I looked up Vagabond. And I can now say, visually, comparing these three art styles is a fool's errand because they're all vastly talented in different ways within different aspects of their medium and are clearly going stylistically for different things. So judging them on the same playing field is kind of stupid.
Exactly.
Like, because like this Vagabond art, it looks like this looks almost fucking painted in some places. Like, it's
Well,
insane.
some places it is. He's a watercolor master too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do you
and
want to know a quick aside?
Okay.
Would you like to know a fun little One Piece fun fact?
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Did you know that the One Piece art style is not Eiichiro Oda's art style?
Really now?
He completely invented the art style for One Piece. I've seen some of Eiichiro Oda's, like, air quotes, real art. His artwork's incredibly beautiful and very real, and he can do some really cool stuff with realism. I've seen him, I think it was Aokiji he drew realistically, and, like, damn.
I'll also say I've never read Berserk yet, but I'm familiar with Muria's work because Berserk is like my sister's favorite manga ever.
Yeah, Miura's artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
From what I've seen, the guy knows how to perfectly convey like atmosphere in tone, like in his illustrations. Because like even though I've never read Berserk, I can feel the tone. I can feel the emotion from just the images, and it's
All of that
fucking great.
cross-hatching makes me want to fucking kill myself.
And
You know, actually, go ahead.
and that's kind of the thing. It's like TLDR is what I'm getting at. Is like whenever I just shove this this manga judging nerd in the locker, Mr. Transformers.
Well, when I was showing Miura's work to somebody years ago in the Senate, her first response was, "How does he meet deadlines?" And I responded with, "When you are that good, you don't have them."
I was about to say he doesn't.
How do you meet deadlines, bro? I don't even know how I do it. I couldn't tell you how Maria does it.
No, my favorite bit
Is that
is like, oh, how does Miura meet deadlines? Looks at the hiatus that had the fucking fanbase scratching at their walls. He doesn't.
Look, the guy. Hello. The guy had to. He had idle stuff to follow. That's the important thing.
That's
I'm
my
sorry, what?
fucking favorite! Is this motherfucker was like, no, I have Idolmaster stuff I have to
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he had an obsession with it. Also, do you know what genre he actually put Berserk in, personally?
It's a shoujo manga.
I don't.
Uh-huh. Shoujo.
What? What?
Can't believe it. Guts is a magical girl.
Well, his argument was because Berserk's primary focus is always on emotion, and so is most shoujo manga, therefore it is shoujo.
And honestly, that's so slay of him.
It is.
I love the part where Guts magically transforms.
I mean, he does have a magical transformation. It's just not pretty. It's horrific.
It isn't pretty. Also, Heaton,
Mm-hmm.
how was it last night?
It was really great. I had a good time.
Will you be able to play later today?
I can play with you later today.
Have you played Death Penalty, or was it only Dress to Impress?
We did. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, like, what the fuck is going on, if you were in the Discord server, I finally indulged the love of my life and made a Roblox account.
Oh no, yeah, you during my stream yesterday, I got DM'd Funny Frog and Drip.
Oh yeah, hang
Like-
on, I have to show you so we did. I don't know if sadism is
Yeah.
weird per se. No, I wouldn't say that sadism is weird, but what Delau described was weird. I bet they watched the EFAP podcast. Gross.
Gross.
Consider things like tone and genre. One Piece and Berserk are both fantasy. Their tones and worlds are vastly different. One Piece straight up would not be the same if it wasn't. It's true. Griffith does look like that!
Yeah.
Your queer platonic boy toy. You're so right. No,
That's crazy.
That's
Sakura
crazy.
Sakura Cardcaptor gay was a gay ship who?
But
Oh, when you have Guts and Griffith.
I took this screenshot because
You went to the Amazing Gulk, didn't you? Oh,
yeah, because
Go!
You know,
so I took
You
this
know,
post. I
Danica-
posted it on. I posted it on Tumblr, and I said, "Me and the bitch I pull being silly."
Danica, if you weren't such a fucking poser, you'd actually get a Roblox account and go to the Amazing Gulk yourself.
Listen, if I as well, I was joking with Dio as I was scrolling through because Dio gave me Robux.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him myself.
he gave me
I'm gonna kill him.
Robux,
I'm
so
gonna kill him later than myself. I can't believe this.
he gave me Robux so I could customize my my
You
avatar.
shouldn't. You're getting a Robux and you do this. I can't believe it.
You know what?
No, I made fun of him. I joked about me being a whore for him so that he could give me Robux. But he.
Alright.
But
Wait,
I was
wait,
like,
hold
you give me the opportunity to be anything. I'm scrolling through these avatar choices and I saw Funny Frog. This was going to be it 100 times out of 100. So now I'm Funny
And-
Frog. I'm Funny E-boy
And
Frog.
you deserve that. And you deserve that.
Yes.
But
Oh, I
but
just
did
wanted
you
to see
play?
what
Did you
for the
play
stream.
Death Penalty yet?
Boop. Boop. Not gonna smack me back quite yet. Not quite yet.
Side note, by the way,
We're probably gonna get Sonic. That's what Justin said. I said I'm going to pass this time because I have steak and potatoes.
damn! That's my fault, I guess.
That actually keeps shit cold. I know! We have a fridge that'll work now!
Damn, bitch, does that fridge work?
I mean, it runs. Eden already confirmed that.
Sick, you better go catch it.
God damn it.
She
Mumtha,
Yes?
already fell for that.
have you played Death Penalty? You not answer my question.
No, we didn't play it. I said we didn't. I said we went,
I didn't hear you.
No, we went on the Gulk ride. We went to the dance place.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That place, it's so funny. The difference between like the 1 bar of volume and then nothing is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is-
But we went to the dance.
Death-
When you say that,
We went to the dance place and we did World Is Mine, which looks so fucking
Okay.
funny on the Forg.
okay, so when you say dance place, do you mean that one dance Roblox game I watched Ellie play, where just off in the distance there was a Satoru Gojo and Charlie Morningstar dancing together? Or do you mean that one?
Did Dio tell you about what happened when we went on there?
No.
Okay, so Dio, when we got there, Dio was Cyberpunk Goth Choso,
Mm-hmm.
and I was my normal model. But my model is like a Y2K model,
Mm-hmm.
and so a bunch of girls that had like similar models were like, "Do you want to join our dance group?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" And so, what are you laughing at?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, okay, first
Oh
of
my
all,
god,
who the
yay.
fuck passed that up? Second of all,
True. No, continue.
so I asked Dio, I was like, "Is it okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna come over here and hang out a little bit." I was in call with a few people. Danica was there.
Hi.
Maybe like 5 minutes later, I look over and I see Dio as fucking Sukuna.
Yeah.
And like, it's really hard to lock in and like make sure we have everything set up when off in the distance there is a like 7 foot tall Sukuna just staring. And I guess
Listen, all I'm saying is
when
that
we
he's
were-
not beating the allegations.
and when well, apparently while they were setting everything up in the dance group, they accidentally picked Dio. So instead of me being a part of the dance, the dance choreo, there was just a huge fucking Sukuna there.
So fucking good.
Also, I want to thank Dio, by the way. Because when I noticed that thing I mentioned earlier off in the distance with Gojo, I was like, can you get a picture of that for me?
Of course.
That reminds me, I had Dio show me a dress-up game.
Dress to impress.
Yeah, that thing's horrifying, first and foremost.
Oh my
And
god.
that game you're trying to get heat into play, is it the one you showed me, Ellie?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Crackhead energy.
Oh my god, no, Lio, you should play with us too.
I should.
Okay,
Can you?
No.
Will you?
no
Sure.
offense, but the mental image of Lio playing
What?
Roblox.
No, wait. Really? You'll play? You'll play Roblox
Yeah.
with me? Oh, yay!
Yeah, give me a time and place, and I'll try to make it.
We're probably gonna try to play later tonight.
Oh my
I have
god! Oh, I'm so fucking stupid! Oh my god, I just realized I'm so fucking stupid!
What did you do?
Oh, the live moron cam! It's the hat! I thought she fucking had ears! It's not, it's the hat! It's the rest of the hat! I'm so fucking stupid!
I mean, it happened.
I will say, honestly, this design fucks. I don't know who made it, but kind of rules.
Also, a couple things. I do have a stream with Zach around 6 tonight, my time, so anytime after that should be fine. Also, I have played Roblox before, multiple times, specifically
but not with
Mad
me.
City. Yes,
Not with me.
I'm referring. Danica said the idea of me playing it was funny to her, so I'm responding. I may have bought a jet.
That doesn't shock me.
That's so real of you, honestly. You know what?
Lio,
Well- Yes,
will you play Dress to Impress with us?
that I will not do.
Aww, why not?
Because I'm a dude and there's girl clothes and I am not a girl.
Well, Dio's a dude.
Yes, but Dio also has fashion sense and I don't.
Damn, he got him there!
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lio got himself.
But I could help you. We could play dress up together.
Ellie.
I'll play
Ellie.
dress up with you, Ellie.
Yay.
And if I ever actually succumb to the Roblox virus, I will too. No.
I'm a
If
veteran
I have
player
anything
of
to-
9
if I
years,
have anything to
natural
say about
disaster
it.
survival and prison life are still peak.
Yeah, in retrospect, I
I
probably
like
should have
disaster.
bought.
I like disaster survival.
Embrace
actually.
the
It's pretty funny.
Robloxian lifestyle.
Look, I just have to.
should.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll join Roblox once I find someone that I can use my horror charms in order to get Robux off of. Okay.
Well,
I mean,
I-
wait till I get paid and I'll just do it. What the fuck?
I was explaining to Ellie, we did find out you cannot, in fact, type "your mom doesn't love you" into Roblox. It will censor all of it out.
Yeah, it preceded me to ask while I was dying and death penalty. I'm sorry, what context?
Yes.
Fucking one of my favorites was last night. The first prompt we got in Dress to Impress was Mad Scientist.
Oh
So-
wow, you had the cool ones. We had like a million Y2Ks when we played.
So I did, so naturally, because I take everything that I do so incredibly seriously, I decided I was going to be Cunty Dr. Crafty.
Oh my lord.
First of all, spoilers, I took 3rd place.
Nice.
Second of all, I went to type in chat, I went to say, visit Dr. Craft, go buy Dr. Crafty's resin at drcrafty.com. And you can't post links, so it censored the whole thing.
Damn.
I have
sorry.
a question about your. Sorry, go ahead, Danica.
I was just saying, I'm sorry, Doc.
Fucking owned.
I have a question about your character, Heaton.
Sure.
How many times did your character accidentally clothesline themselves because they forgot to turn their head before walking into a room?
This is actually a fun little lore fact about the Heaton Mitsuru, about me as a character. Some fun lore for you.
Okay.
I size change. It's
Yes.
one of the things that's like meant to be creepy and a little like abnormal. It's meant to make me a little more uncanny. Is that my body physically changes so that I am exactly the right height and width to be in a room. So like,
So does that
it's the
does that mean you like get itty? Do you get itty bitty when you pass through a doorway? Then
it's the mental image of like, as I'm stepping through the doorway, my horns will shrink, and then they'll immediately grow wide again as soon as I walk through the doorway. So like my form is non-Euclidean.
okay. The reason I asked is I saw a clip from that Nokotan anime coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and she just passes the door with her antlers and just breaks the door frame.
Bonk.
And I continue to be the only person in the friend group who gets doorway jokes made about her. Okay.
So they're retractable? Yeah, technically. They also fall off.
Well, that makes sense. Deer antlers tend to fall off in the springtime.
I
It's like a
want
fucking gecko tail.
I want to get a toggle for that, so that I can hit a button
Is that-
and they'll fall off.
Oh.
So when they grow back, do they have velvet on them?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I will say,
Yes.
I recently went over back to my model that Nezi's working on,
Mm-hmm.
and I added halftone shading, so now she looks more like a comic book character.
That's so
Aw.
cool.
Wait a minute. Keaton, you have deer antlers.
I do.
You're a furry.
That's not how that works.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Shut up.
Do they grow
No,
more
just
eyes when the new
because
ones
you have
grow?
animal features, that does not inherently make you a furry. If you are an anthropomorphic, basically an anthropomorphic animal,
I
then
was about-
yes, you are a furry. But
I was-
The
simply having features of an animal does not a furry make.
the biblically accurate Heaton has like more deer features, so that's a little closer. But
I'd say until Hedon is an anthro deer version of themselves, they're not a furry.
I want so badly to get a model of the biblically accurate Heaton, but I know it'd be really expensive.
It'd be really funny if it's just a normal deer with a hat.
No, listen, Heaton. I know this is spoiling it just by me saying it, but what you should do is pull like an April Fool's prank next year and be like, guys, new model coming, and it's just a PNG of a literal deer, but colored how Heaton would color it.
It'd be great. I've thought about if I ever wanted to sit down and learn Live 2D, I've thought about like, would it be inherently a little spookier if I just photo bashed together a bunch of like requisite pieces and then animated them and make it feel a little more uncanny? I've thought about it.
Well, I have to ask, why a deer?
Because do you want the real answer?
I mean, that's why I asked.
The in-universe answer is because it was, because it provides me a way to hang as many eyeballs as humanly possible, and because it is reminiscent of a deer in headlights, which is what happens when you absorb too much information too quickly. The actual answer is, I was actually supposed to have moose antlers, but they were too hard to draw.
Also, you're not Canadian, so that wouldn't have worked.
So that's why you're so tall.
Mm-hmm. In my first draft, I was supposed to be a moose.
Shit, I was gonna say something.
I thought that they were like, I like moose. I find them very intimidating, and I think that you don't see them enough. In designs like this, because I thought it would be a great, like, because most people do, like, deer for the spooky eldritch shit if they do, musculids. So I was like, I'll do moose, because I think they're creepy. But, the antlers were just too hard to draw. They were even harder to rig, so I was like, alright, the tubes that have deer antlers are easier. Minnesota similar enough to Canada to make the moose make enough sense. We did have a moose bumblefuck its way onto our football field when I was in high school.
Oh. That never happened to me.
Well, I just hope wherever we move up north that we don't move into a location with moose, because I'll want to fight it if it comes into the yard.
You won't win.
Liar, you can't...
It's not about winning. It's about doing it.
It's about sending a message.
Lio, the minute he sees a fucking moose, be like, the answer lies in the heart of battle.
Yes.
And then
either I will lose, or I will make a friend.
Bro runs the fuck in. Lio really just said, you look strong, wanna fight?
I mean, yes.
Lio Convoy is one of the few people I know who want to fight the last living megafauna.
Lord help us if Lio ever ends up living in Florida and it sees a crocodile.
I've lived in Florida before.
Okay, but did you ever fight a crocodile?
Well, no, because alligators are more common than crocodiles are.
Okay, well, did you fight an alligator then, smart guy?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
The silence speaks volumes. I'd believe it. I know better now.
There might be some stories from my mother about taking me to an alligator farm and shenanigans happening when I was younger, so just gonna leave that there.
That feels right. No, I get that.
And there was a time we lived in Orlando when I was a really small child, where I was playing with a cottonmouth in the backyard.
Okay.
Because my dumb kid brain, because my old man had like a snakeskin belt, thought it was my old man's belt, and was very confused that it was moving around.
You could have fucking died!
That's actually insane.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, especially for my mother. When she found out.
I could imagine.
My old man just drinking coffee, looking outside, like, what's that boy playing with? Sees it wiggling, grabs the hoe, does what he needs to, brings me in, sits me down. I was like, keep him inside for the rest of the day. What did he do? Want to know. Ed, what did he do? Playing with a cottonmouth. He was what?
See, I can imagine two parents having that conversation like perfectly in my head, so that tracks.
Lio fucking dies. And why does moose classify? I love that. Why does moose classify as megafauna? Do you have any idea how big moose are?
Yeah, I mean, you would think by the name megafauna and looking at a moose, you'd understand why it classifies as that.
They are the size of they are like roughly the height of a school bus.
Yeah, there's a reason why their only predators are freaking bears and the occasional spunky wolverine.
Wolverines don't give a shit.
No. That is an animal I will not fight, even on principle. Anything that literally has a bone in its dick, I do not want to fight.
Fucking, they're so, like, there's something so funny about specifically Wolverines being so, like, unnecessarily aggressive.
I'm sorry, a bone and it's what?
They have bones in their penis.
You heard me. You heard me.
So they have literal boners then?
Yes, they do.
Fucking
Also, fun fact,
rad.
when Hugh Jackman was, preparing to become Wolverine in the first X-Men movie, he wasn't aware that Wolverines were an actual animal, so he studied the behavioral patterns and actions of wolves to try to mimic them.
Oh.
Listen, that's probably closer than the actual literal Wolverines, to be honest.
To be fair,
Well,
I also understand what it's like to try and mimic the mannerisms of wolves, but I did that as a teenager, and it wasn't for anything other than the fact that I was autistic.
it's all right. I try to mimic the actions and behavior of a lion. That's why I want to sleep more than I already do.
God, you're so right. Fucking...
You do have a lion-esque voice, so that track.
What?
Yeah, I can see it.
What does that even mean?
It means what it says, sir. I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Bad time to mention my astrological signs of Leo.
God, just it was
Destiny.
meant to be.
It was God's will, truly.
God's plan. Fucking, oh, so I was joking with Shayla yesterday. So Shayla ended up taking a nap the other day, and so she didn't get to bed until like 1 a.m. And then I was joking with her, and then there's my ass, who yesterday we went to the bookstore. Just to go to the bookstore. And I came home, I was having, like, gas pain, and so I was like, I'll just lay down for a little bit. And I fell asleep for 4 hours. So I went to bed at 2. I took that nap at 2. I woke up at 6. I did a little bit more artwork. I had dinner. I woke up. I played Roblox. Because we couldn't play D&D because Cherry wasn't feeling well. But I played Roblox until 10, had dinner, went to sleep, and then woke up at 8 like I normally do. Fucking... I was like, you take a 2-hour nap and your sleep schedule is fucked. I fall asleep for 6 to 8 hours. I fall asleep for 4 to 6 hours, wake up, have dinner, and then sleep another 8 hours. We are not the same.
That just
You guys
reminds me.
ever take a shower that literally makes you see God?
Yes. That reminds me of the time that I took a nap going, I'll just take a quick nap before dinner. And then when I woke up, it was the next morning.
Yeah, it was really funny.
I've done that as well.
Like I woke up, it was the morning. Like, literally, sun was coming up morning. My boyfriend was asleep next to me. And that was a detail worth pointing out, because when I went to nap, he was still at work that night. And then I wake up, there he is. And it's
I mean, if it helps, you probably needed it.
I probably did, because I overworked myself insanely. To the point where I always state that Ellie is the reason that I remember to not overwork myself.
Y'all ever take a nap so real that you wake up and forget what day it is?
Yes.
I took a nap so hard that I swore I was back in 2007.
Okay.
I have that problem regularly, but it's because I have a dissociative disorder.
Well, no, because I literally had a dream that I was in 2007, but like as an adult, and I was screaming, yelling at my younger self about the housing crisis.
Yeah.
That's
What? Don't laugh at me.
No.
That's really
Adorable.
That's really funny.
Well,
It's fucking
It was
pragmatism
a-
is what it is.
it was adorable until Gavin woke me up because it had been 10 hours. So at that point it wasn't even a fucking nap. But he woke me up and he was like, babe, it's like 10 in the morning, dude. And I woke up and I was still in like my sleep days. So I was like, you gotta invest in a 401k, man. You can't let the fucking liberals win.
Right?
I'm just picturing Gavin holding you by the shoulders and being like, what?
No, he was sitting next to me, like looking over me and like being gentle and be like, sweetheart, time to get up. And I was like, you gotta invest in the stocks.
Stonks.
By the way, that is the only like Gen Z meme he likes.
Stonks?
He loves the stonks memes.
When I was a
Okay,
little
stonks.
kid, I took a nap, woke up at 7 in the afternoon, thought it was 7 in the morning. My family let me believe that for a good 30 minutes.
That's
Stonks.
crazy business.
Also, stonks is pretty funny, so I do understand.
My, one of my favorites was, I've joked forever about how my father is the least perceptive man on the face of this fucking earth.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the time he took you into the city. Carry on.
So, he fucking... So, I come home from school, I go upstairs, I hang out in my room. I was not being, like, particularly quiet. I was just, you know, doing as I did. And my mom is like, where's Hayton? And he's like, I don't know. She hasn't come home yet. And my mom's like, what do you mean she hasn't come home yet? And he's like, she's not home. I don't know. I thought she was with her friends. Thought you knew. So my mom calls my cell phone, and I pick it up. I'm like, hey, what's up? Because I can hear her downstairs. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why is she calling me? And I'm like, hello? And she goes, where are you? And I'm like, in my room? And she goes, how long have you been in your room? I'm like, since I got home from school, so like all day? I can hear her downstairs going, Mike, she's in her room! And he's like, how long has she been there? And my mom's like, the whole time! He didn't even know. He didn't even know I was home. I like came downstairs and I looked at him, I'm like, what? And he's like, how long have you been up there? I'm like, the whole time? I heard you come home. He's like, well, you didn't come downstairs. I'm like, the walls are paper. I heard you having this conversation. What do you mean?
No, there was only one time where my parents didn't know where I was, and it's literally because I was next door watching my grandmother's dogs like she asked me to. And I don't know if other people's parents had this issue, but every now and then my parents would be like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I'm like, I'm going to work. And then I'll be getting ready to go to work. And they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, uh-huh. Okay.
Sound it out.
And I was over at my grandmother's after work. So it was like after 4:00. And my mom like called me. And she was like, don't you usually come right home after work? And I'm like, I mean, technically I am home. I'm next door. She's like, what do you mean are you next door? And I'm like, Grandma wanted me to watch the dogs while she went to go to the store. You were there. We had this conversation with you in the room.
You were literally standing right next to me.
Well, she was. I was on the phone with her when she asked me to do it, and then she just hung up, and we just didn't talk about it after that.
I still have moments like that with my wife. Like, what are you doing? I told you I was going to go do X, Y, Z thing. No, you didn't. Leah, I told you every day for like a week. I don't remember that. I still did, though.
Fucking
Okay.
My mom does that shit to me all the time. It's like, I told you we were doing this. No, you didn't! Yes, I did. You weren't paying attention. No! You didn't!
Well, with Leah, I think it's because 9 times out of 10, when it's mentioned, we're also talking about other things. And I'll notice sometimes when we talk, if I mention something that gets her, like, mind going, she'll mentally latch onto that, and every other thing we talk about just does not connect.
Mind hold.
Yes.
Mind crush type shit, yeah.
Also, like, your, I can't joke about this with other dudes that I know, but what is it with men, especially, and, like, fucking burying the goddamn lead? Because it keeps happening, where I'll talk to male friends, and they'll tell me something, and then, like, blah, 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 this, that, the other, and then, oh, by the way, and I'll be like, why didn't you lead with that?
Because men talk differently about things, and they prioritize things differently.
No, because Gavin literally does that shit all the fucking time. I swear.
So fucking, the best example of it forever will be Brandon. Oh yeah, Rickers is dead. What? For how long?
What was it?
A buddy of mine from back home came to visit. And we were sitting in the car talking, and we had this buddy, his nickname was Rickers. And I was talking about him because the circumstances don't matter. The bit was, so we were talking about him, and I said, oh, Justin got you and Rickers confused. And he looks at me and goes, well, Rickers is dead, so...
Oh,
what?
that's because a lot of times us men assume other people know the things we know.
And I'm like, what do you mean? For how long? And he's like, I don't know, a couple months. I'm like, one of your friends died and you thought to just not mention that?
Yeah.
And his exact words were, I don't know, it wasn't important.
What? You know the opposite of that. I know for a fact Heaton will like probably relate to this. Where like my mom sometimes, like, as when I graduated high school, she'd be like, "Do you remember XYZ person? Do you remember XYZ? They had like the buck teeth and like the fringy hair. Yeah, they died recently. Anyway, when do you want from the store?"
Yes! Oh my god, my mom does that all the time!
Yeah.
I'm like, hello?
Oh,
We're having a completely different conversation now.
my mom did the exact same. So when my grandmother died, my fucking mom calls me to tell me that, one of my cousins, she's like, oh, you're, cause she's talking about his dad.
Okay.
And she's like, well, cause you know when he called, etc., but when Tim called, and you know, he just got out of jail, so, and I'm like, what? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, no, back up. When did he go to jail? And she's like, I told you about that. I'm like, no, you didn't. I would have remembered if you told me he went to jail. What did he go to fucking jail for? And she's like, I don't know, possession or something. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter?
Okay, how did Bro get in possession? Okay, how did Bro get in the possession of the dark arts and get arrested for it?
And I'm like, what was it? I'm like, what was it for? And she was like, weed, I think. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that scans.
Oh, you mean possession like possessing sub? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, that scans. But like,
My ass thought this dude got arrested for some black magic shit.
fucking was bananas. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Could you imagine getting arrested for like?
It's the way she brushed it
Dark
off
arts.
too. Like, that doesn't matter. It's not important. I'm like,
Kinda is.
what do you mean? Fuck you mean it's not important?
Don't know how to tell you this. It's a little bit important.
I can't.
Just a little bit. I don't know about you.
It's a little important. And she's like, oh yeah, he got out of jail, like, the day after she died. I'm like... Yeah, that's important. And
I don't know, when you get older, people start dying more regularly. You stop, like, taking it so personally, I suppose.
I can understand. However, younger people are not there yet, so...
Do you think they recognize that?
I don't know. You think?
Fucking, it was so funny. He called her, and he was offering condolences. Like, he's a little bit of a fuck up, but he's not, like, a bad person. So he's offering her condolences, and in his classic way, because if you picture in your head, like, when I say the word stoner, the, like, caricature that appears in your brain, that's him. Like the 90s caricature of a stoner he's just in my family.
Shaggy.
Yeah, basically. He kind of looks like him too, which is really funny. But he calls my mom, and he's offering her condolences because her fucking mother died. And he says, like, the way he phrased it was so fucking funny. He's like, yeah, man, sometimes life's just a fucker sometimes,
Oh my god.
And I was laughing my ass off, and my mom's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, after, like, how, like, heavy the condolences I'd been getting were, it was kind of nice to just get something that was so fucking, like,
real and raw.
Weirdly ineloquent. She was like, that made me laugh so hard, and she's like, I needed that. That was a good laugh.
I mean, truly, is he wrong?
No, he's totally right. Life is a fucker sometimes.
Alright, I'm gonna skiddly-dee.
Gonna skiddly-doo.
Alright.
Blue skiddly-doo, I can too.
Then we... Is this a different color? Yeah, it is, right? Oh, only a little bit. Damn.
And in a moment, I will also be leaving because I am about to pull into a toy show and I'm looking for turtles.
Good luck.
Ah. If you
Because
notice
I'm an adult.
If you notice any more odd head choices, do let us know.
I mean, there's gonna be one. It doesn't matter after the original 4 turtles were made. Like, the head choices became more and more unhinged. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You ought to see the pizza tossing turtle head sculpts. That's nightmare fuel.
That worries me.
It should.
Oh god.
The important thing, though, is that I said eating dopamine yesterday.
It's true. A nice, satisfying click.
Very satisfying click.
I love autism.
Although, his neck was sacrificed.
Yeah, I love the just... Listen, everybody and their mother has the, like, the toggle that, like, deletes their hair. I want one that deletes my neck, so that way my head can just...
You just become a weightlifter.
Become Rayman.
Become... Oh no, like, it shrinks into my shoulders. Just...
Oh. See, mentally, I
desire to compress like a seal. Hi, comment? It's been a minute. Nice to see you. I don't know if he has freckles on his face, but I'm saying that he does because I think it'd be cute.
Oh, it's time for me to skedaddle, so I look at turtles. Okay, see you guys later.
Good luck! Also, I wanted to say, I posted my next Yap session came out yesterday.
Ah,
and I'm glad that all of you seem to quite like it. I liked that fucking Meta said, do you still do commentaries? Which is the second time he's asked me that question. And I like that everybody was just memeing on it in the comments.
See, I just think it's...
Do commentaries still do you?
Every time that guy shows up in someone's comment section, it is the most infuriating. It takes all of my strength to not just yell at him.
I don't mind. He's not hurting anything.
I know, he's just a weird fucker, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I know that he has, like... I know that he's been a bother to others, so, like, I get it. But, like, I'm gonna let the poor guy be until he fucking crosses a line. Otherwise, I don't really care. I know he was like... I get a kick out of him going into my comments and, like, do you still do commentaries? What is this video about? Like, just not even reading the title. It's very funny.
Do you still do commentaries? I don't know. Do you still complain about Samus's ass?
I don't know, Meta. Do you still hate the balloon ending? I don't know, man. I don't care. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Fair.
If he wants to be weird, I'm not gonna, like... as long as he's not, like, rude or, like, creepy, he can just vibe and give me weird comments. I don't mind.
At least he's not... Again, at least he's not asking anything, like, actually weird, so...
Yeah. I used to be a lot looser about, like, moderating my comments. And I'm not gonna pretend that I don't, but, like... I don't know, man. I don't really mind most of the time.
It's that 10%.
It's that 10%. I'll let people have, like, bad opinions in my comments if they so desire. It's only when they get weird or aggressive or shitty that I will prune them.
Yeah, it's like that weirdo from my stream chat yesterday.
You had a weirdo in your stream chat yesterday?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Homie came in, first thing out of his mouth was a derogatory comment about my character proportions. So great start there.
Rollicking start.
Then he decided to try and start lecturing me because I was emulating the game I was playing. And then the thing that got him banned was that he did it what I've been calling failed transphobia.
Oh, did he try to call you your air quotes real pronouns and fuck it up?
No. It's even funnier. Bro said you're not even a chick to a non-binary person.
Damn you right, I'm not.
What does that say? Like, so I've assigned Taco to be a mod now because he was the first one to suspect this guy was just here to cause trouble, and he was right. So Taco's a mod now. You know, I probably should have had mods besides myself sooner, but
it just happens.
Up until now, I really didn't have a reason to. Because despite having been an openly queer streamer for 3 years, who is also a furry, this is the first incident of someone being a fucker. So, you know, again, it's just so weird because like it annoyed me in the moment because I was already like having an off stream yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But like looking back on it, I'm like, bro literally deactivated their account after Taco reported them, so...
Fucking owned.
So, like, I don't know if they deactivated it because they heard Taco... Because Taco was in the VC and he outwardly said he was going to report them.
Possible.
So it's possible they deactivated it because they heard that, but... if that's the case, coward. Take your report like a big boy, please. But... Also, like, it's such a weird incident, too, because it's like you come into my space, you try and berate my avatar design, you try and berate me for emulating a video game, and then you fail at a bigotry. What did you think you were going to accomplish, though?
My brother in Christ, they have told us that we no longer own our video games. If we no longer own our video games, then piracy is not theft.
Like, I'm sorry that you... I would say, I'm sorry, but, I'm not going to spend over $100 on a GameCube copy of a game I think is just okay, okay to good, just to play it for all of you, especially because it's just easier to set up a stream on a game running on my PC compared to having to set it up from original hardware. Like, I think people who stream off original hardware are cool, don't get me wrong. I am not them.
Yes, I will be breaking out my Microsoft-branded PS1 so that we can start playing Silent Hill 1 once ArtFight's over.
Oh yeah, actually, I wanted to ask, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You're already in the Sanctuary, so...
Yeah.
So this is your monthly reminder that at any point when I'm streaming, you can pop in and chill with everyone, but
I keep seeing it's... You keep streaming just when I'm doing something or when I'm working.
Look, I can't... I'm gonna be so real. I can't guarantee I'll always know when people are like doing other things.
Yeah,
So like, whoever shows up is always kind of like a grab bag.
I was about to say I pop into streams very rarely lately because I'm just so busy. Also,
no,
that's
fair, but I just wanted to let you know I do in fact I do in fact like the idea of your company.
Can't believe your subathon let you buy Rule of Rose at the full $800 price. You're so right. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I'll be doing this.
We're gonna get to make fun of this guy forever now, aren't we?
Oh, for sure.
So.
Oh, Wandering and I have just been making fun of the price of Rule of Rose. Just any opportunity to be like, yeah, that game's totally worth $800.
Is it? I've never played the game.
No. It's a good game, but it's not worth almost $1,000. One time somebody in my TikTok comments asked me if I was a boy or a girl, and I've been riding that high for years, I'm not gonna lie.
As you should.
I personally disagree. Do you still do Yap sessions? No, they're done. I'm never doing another one. I totally don't have 2 more in the scripting works. What are you talking about?
Actually, side note, by the way, speaking of video stuff, actually, I do have a video production related question for you.
Sure.
So I'm working on multiple projects at once, obviously.
As I always do.
Yeah, and I've started getting into like actual video making because like the fallen Suzanne and my sister encouraged me to make videos if I wanted to make them and to stop worrying that people won't care about the things that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them were right, by the way. I'll put that out there. I'm currently working on a second merch catalog episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also in the early writing process of doing a video where I briefly discuss the 2 issues Sly Cooper comics that existed in the 2000s that I think only 15% of that community know about.
Mm-hmm.
Because, comics are a medium I care about. It's almost like I make one or something.
Mm-hmm.
And also because I just like pieces of like spin-off media for franchises that you don't expect to have them. Like how many people knew that there was a one-shot comic based on Infamous? How many of you knew that before I said that? You didn't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was published by DC, for fuck's sake. Like, it existed. It was fucking crazy.
What is your question?
What is your question? I'm sorry.
I don't know. You said you had a question.
Oh. Right, no, right. Sorry, I got caught up in my explanation. That happens sometimes. I deeply apologize.
That's okay.
See, my question mainly was going to be, so... What is your thought process when it comes to video topics?
Most of the time, it boils down to 2 things. There's the obvious of, do I want to talk about it?
Obviously, yes.
I have a lot of things, for example, that I have a lot of opinions on, but, like, I just don't feel like getting into it for a number of reasons.
Oh, no, yeah, I feel that.
It's why I don't do, like, for example, I obviously have a lot of thoughts and feelings about, like, the way that VTubing is, or the way that the commentary community currently is. But, like, currently, while I thought about making videos about them, I'm like, I don't want to kick this hornet's nest, and I don't know if I don't know if I give enough of a shit. These are things I can talk to people directly about, and so I don't think a video's necessary, blah, 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 whatever.
Fair enough.
But so it boils down to, like, is this something I'm interested in talking about? And then the other big one is, do I have enough to say?
Yeah.
Because conversely, like, there's some things that I have pretty strong opinions on, but, like, I just don't... Like, a perfect example, right? I won't get into it, but for the sake of the bit, like, I'm very impassioned about sandwich math.
Okay.
I have a lot of strong feelings in regards to sandwich math. But, like... But I can't, like, all I've got is... It gives you more sandwich per sandwich. Shrug. If you disagree with my math, then you don't get it and you're stupid, but, like... It's like, I don't have a whole lot. I couldn't make a whole video. I've thought about doing a funny April Fool's video. About sandwich math, but, like...
That would be pretty funny. If you do, by the way, if you go through with that at some point, I think it'd be really funny if, like, you framed it as if it was, like, a scientific analysis, and then you got, like, people to, like, talk about it as if they were being interviewed on the documentary.
Was watching a poker vlog, turns out Phil Hellmuth just eats hot dogs in the middle. But, like, it's I gotta, like... Sometimes it's that I have a lot of thoughts about something, but not like a way to quantify it. Like, a perfect example. I'm currently in the middle of, like, I have, like, 3 or 4 scripts that I'm kind of working on whenever I get the motivation or the thought process to do so. I've found that with my fucking neurospice, the best thing I can do is, just work on something until it stops giving me dopamine and then move on to something else.
As one does.
That way there's something always in the pipeline. And, like, one of them, for example, is I'm writing a script about, Lacey Games.
Oh yeah, that one horror video series. I know of it.
Because I want to talk about Lacey Games, and for example, I arrived at the fact that I wanted to talk about that because A, I do have a lot of thoughts about it, and B, I do really want to talk about it. Because, like, listen. I love Minaxa. I think
Don't know who that is.
I love Minaxa. I think he's very good. He's also a man. And, like, I'm gonna be real. His extrapolations about Lacey are good, but they're not quite... They're just a little not on for me. You know what I mean? I feel like he's almost there, but because he doesn't have, like, the experience with those experiences to get it, I'm like, no, I can add to this.
So it's less of a he's wrong and more of a you have a perspective he couldn't have kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on.
No, that's cool. I personally have I've had thoughts like that in the past of, like, doing, like, a semi-response video where I build upon someone's points from a perspective but I never go through with it because, like, 9 times out of 10, I don't think I'm capable of portraying my opinion as intelligently as a number of my peers, but also which that just comes down to me not being confident enough in my abilities as a speaker.
Mm-hmm.
But also because I sometimes worry people will take it as like me trying to like counter argue, and 9 times out of 10 I'd more so just be like going, okay, but this is my thought process kind of vibe. Like, I don't want people to think that just because I'm building on someone else's point to make mine that I'm, you know, automatically trying to own the libs, cross my arms, cartoon avatar, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with doo-doo fart type shit, like, you know what I mean?
Right. Not to be like, the female experience is so mystical and bizarre, no man could ever comprehend it. But Lacey Games is inherently about girlhood, especially the latest video. Exactly. I think it's, I think, it's not that it's bizarre and mystifying, it's just it's 100%, this is the thing, and I want to talk about this in this video, is that all of the coverage I've seen, they understand it's about girlhood, and they get that. And they're there with us and we're there with them. But like, it's a couple of like of the conclusions that are drawn about like why these specific decisions were made. Like, for example, I see a lot of people talk about the very first video, right? And the thing about the first video is that if you look at it from like an outsider perspective, you can tell like what the themes are kind of going for. But like, as a woman who's been in a very similar experience, the metaphor that's happening here is women are very often forced to continue to be cute and innocent and positive in response to something that is inherently dangerous to them because it is seen as being cruel or bad for them to reject somebody who is objectively hurting them. And the point is that you are continuing to force Lacey into an interaction she clearly does not want to have with someone who is clearly dangerous. And that's, like, that's what that metaphor is very clearly supposed to be going for. But, like, nobody talks about that.
See, yeah, and I'd be very interested in the discussion. It'd also just be nice to have another video where you talk about internet horror stuff, where you're not where it's literally not just you going into analysis about how a weird shock value series has no substance, even though that was a really good video.
Well, a ton of people, I was thinking about it too, is a ton of people on that video were like, are you going to talk about more analog horror? Or are you going to talk about more internet horror? And, like, at first, I wasn't planning on it, because I was like, oh, there's lots of people who talk about this. You don't need another talking head. But, like, a bunch of the time, I see a lot of people that I like, such as, like, such as the Funny Cat or the Funny Box.
I do like the Funny Cat.
And I do like their stuff, but, like, for example, I've talked about, before, when it comes to making, like, I guess video essays or analysis content, I'm more inspired by, people like Hazel. I love Hazel. Please check Hazel out. She's so good. And I much prefer the way that she talks about media, where there's, like, no plot breakdown.
Oh god, yes.
And it's just like, this is what's going on in the metaphor, this is the thing I like about this. And, like, she'll talk about the story where it's relevant, but, like, I don't have an interest in, like, like, the idea of sitting down and recapping events in something that I've watched is, like, incredibly boring to me.
Yes.
Thank you. I like to watch those things, but I don't have any interest in doing that.
See, I'm just, like, because, like, that's kind of the thing with me. Is like I agree with this 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you know, the when I do get to writing the video where I discuss the 2-issue Sly comic, my idea is I'm not going to go through the plots of those comics because, one, I want people to actually read them because I've learned that they're actually accessible via the Sly Fan Network website. That's just how I'm going to read them because they're not in production anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also because I'm not interested in just doing like a. I'm not interested in doing the. I'm going to make an 8-hour essay video, and 90% of the video is me beat for beat explaining every scene of the media. I'm not interested in that 8-hour victorious video type shit. You know, like I'm far just more interested in discussing, you know, key parts that interest me and discussing what I think of it and why I think it's good or bad. You know, that sort of thing. It's more interesting to me. I'm also more interested in making dumb dick jokes in between all that, but that's side of the point.
Right. Because, like, for example, that Urban Spook video is like an hour long, but I breeze through all of what happens purely to make my point of, like, it never establishes a sense of time or place. Like, I breeze through what happens in them because, like, it's relevant to the point I'm making. But, like, I don't have any interest in, like, going through beat for beat and talking about like, what happens in every episode of Lacey Games, but I do want to talk about it. Because, like, again, I think that there's a lot of really cool shit going on in there.
Yeah, I
feel like because it's kind of a male-dominated space, I feel like while they get it, like, they can see it, they just can't pick up on maybe not even that they can't, but they're just not picking up on the, like...
They're not picking up on everything, is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Like, and that's nothing against them. It's more just a case of...
Again, I love the funny box. I just...
It's more so just that you think there's a perspective here that you could, you know, contribute to in the space, and, you know, there's, like... That's what I always... Like, when Dove and Susie were, you know, encouraging me to actually, you know, make more variety content than outside of just animating. Like, you know, one of my concerns was, oh, well, what if, you know, the topic's overdone or people have already talked about it? And I remember very distinctly I was told, well, it might be, but it's not the perspective you have, and only you can provide that, so... Because, like, I believe Dove was the one who gave me that advice, because I know that's the motivation behind most of her videos, that she reviews things in a way because she feels like she has thoughts on certain media that only she can portray. And, I mean, I definitely could see why she'd feel that way. There are a number of her reviews on certain popular to talk about games where her perspective is so unique to what she's saying that, like, it's why sometimes I'll say straight up, I remember I told her to her face, I think she made the only good review of Hi-Fi Rush, for example, because she's the only person who actually went out of her way to discuss the plot beats and the themes of the game, because most people just kind of shrug it off as the game having a very simple story, and it does, but there's complexity in that simplicity that it seems like no one notices, and then Dove makes her video on it, and oh look, she's noticing those things, and she even notices things that you know, the person who made that game my entire personality, she noticed things even I didn't notice. And it's like, and you think that's weird because, you know, you think I would have noticed everything, but I didn't. And I'm willing to admit I didn't. But that's kind of why I like being friends with so many content creators like Dove or you or, you know, people like that. Because even if you talk about something that I have a lot of thoughts on, sometimes you guys will just notice things I don't, or you'll have a perspective I never could have, and I'll just be like, fascinating.
Well, yeah, because, like, again, a different perspective changes so much about, like, how you perceive, like, media that you enjoy. Because, like, you can't have every thought known to man about it.
Yeah, nah.
Also, hello, New. No, she didn't make Hi-Fi Rush. It's just her whole personality.
Dog. Listen. As much as I would love, I'm gonna be honest. I'd love to one day make something that good, like genuinely. Then I will be the first to say that hi-fi does very much appeal to a lot of what I look for in media. But no, I can tell you what I have made though, if you'd like to hear about that.
I'm always gonna say.
Yeah. Hi, Niexum. I'm Wing Wolf, the girly wolf pup. I'm a cyberpop-punk VTuber. I'm the creator of the webcomic Gun Kitty. I am an animator. I am a digital artist. There are other professions I'd like to list, but I haven't started doing anything in those professions yet. But give me time. I'm also a friend of Hedon's. I'm here a lot, as you've probably noticed if you follow Hedon's YouTube shorts. I've been in a lot of those recently.
My usual scar texture. This is
Sorry
really
about that.
This is a really
Sorry
cute
about the
design.
impromptu introduction. Carry on.
Okay. This is a really cute design. It's
Oh
my
no, absolutely.
favorite thing about ArtFight is I get to see everybody's cute characters.
One day I'll actually join ArtFight for a year.
ArtFight's so fun. It's like I said, I do this for. I talked about this in the new Yap session video. I do these for like personal growth.
Fair.
I think they're fucking challenges like this are great for study.
No, I agree. That's part of the reason I'll bookmark people's like OC posts or post in your style posts and then do them like months later.
Same as. Only have 2 left. And then I can take my break and go get lunch.
Nice.
There's steak waiting for me downstairs. It's what we had for 4th of July. I was talking to my parents. I said that it's happened. I'm so painfully 30. I'm becoming a Midwestern mom.
Explain.
We were cooking, and I told Justin I wanted mashed potatoes, and he was like, "Well, we'll immersion blend them," and I'm like, "Disgusting, no."
Well, what?
You'll blend them so they're smooth, and I hate smooth mashed potatoes.
No, why the fuck would you do that?
Right?
What the fuck?
So I was like, "No, I will be hand mashing them," and he's like, "Well, you have to do it." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I will because I can't trust you to not fuck it up." But this man looks at me, and he's like, "All right, we want to make them garlic mashed potatoes," and I'm like, "Got it." I fuck you not. It's happened. The transition has begun. I looked at that pot of mashed potatoes, and when I tell you that I could see exactly in my head, I need this much butter, this much milk, this much garlic, it'll be the perfect ratio, and I did it in one try, and I, like, zoned out. I just got it in one, and I looked at it, and I was like, no. No, this can't be. I've become my mom! I knew exactly! Fuck!
See, I'm just stuck on the... Well, blend... No! No, I'm stuck on that. No, you don't do that. Do you just want potato soup? Is that what you're trying to fucking make? No.
Lumpy
No.
mashed potatoes are superior!
I can't occasionally bite into a potato chunk. You did it wrong.
Exactly! You get me!
Fucking, I'm at your freak. Holy shit. Fuck. No, I'm mad now. Shit.
If you can't bite into a potato chunk, you fucked it up. Also,
God.
a hot take. Here's one of Heaton's signature hot food takes. I like when mashed potatoes are just a little, only a skosh undercooked. Because you get a little bit more potato-y flavor that way. hang on, I'm gonna... Sometimes when I apply my textures, my computer it has a shit fit, so we're gonna... Up. And then we... Bup, bup, bup.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even notice that about this character's hair. They have the water texture. It's wild.
And then you do this.
Also, comment, the answer is without.
And... I want to get rid of that. Then you take this one. Boop. 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 I think it'll be fine just the way it is if I just boop. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Then we apply the extra white bits.
Nice.
I have to disagree. Baked potatoes at least. Oh, baked potatoes, it's fine. Baked potatoes, you cook them all the way through. It's mashed potatoes. You gotta leave them just a skosh undercooked. Baked potatoes, you're right. You gotta go until they're good and golden brown.
Okay, what do you put on your baked potato though? I need to know.
I just a little bit of butter, occasionally garlic butter if I'm feeling particularly spicy, but that's not a usual go-to. I'm not a sour cream girl, but I get the appeal. Like, I don't think it's gross or anything, it's just not for me.
See, I just drowned that shit in cheese.
See, I don't... This is gonna be a wild one, unless it's, like, nacho cheese. I don't like melted cheese.
Oh no, I don't melt it. I just drop that shredded cheese on top of it after it's made.
Just solid chunks of shredded cheddar cheese. Bless you.
Yeah, no, I drown that shit in cheese like it's me in the middle of a bukkake.
Damn. It's a hell of a choice.
Indeed.
I'm not a fan of the texture. That melted, that like, if you put like shredded cheese on something and it melts, I'm not a fan of the texture. Odd question for everyone, do you know anything about ketchup on potatoes? Gross. If you put ketchup on a baked potato, I'll beat you to death.
Why would you do... Okay, why a baked potato in particular? Why do that? Like, I kind of get it as, like, a dipping for, like, fries and shit, but, like, why would you put that on, like, a baked potato?
I put mustard on everything, so, like...
Look, listen, maybe I don't have a room to talk. I put fucking garlic powder on fried eggs. Like, maybe I don't have a place...
No, wait a minute, hang on. Garlic powder on fried eggs might be really good, actually.
You should try it.
That might fuck. That sounds like it fucks a little bit.
It's been my go-to way of making them for years, actually.
Oh, we found a weak point in Aaron Tempest's perfection.
Okay.
So we were talking about cereal. And I brought up, I was like, well, at least you're not a fucking, milk before cereal freak. And Aaron went quiet, and I'm like, Aaron, do you put in your milk before your cereal? And he goes, well, I kind of have to because of the way I make my cereal. And I was like, Aaron, what the fuck does that mean? This motherfucker makes a bowl of hot chocolate and then puts his cereal on top of it. I was flabbergasted. Fully,
See,
like, actual for real hot chocolate. And he eats it with, like, and I was like, wait, what kind of cereal? And he was like, Cheerios. So, like, a bland cereal, which is, so that's not as bad. If this motherfucker was out here eating Fruity Pebbles in hot chocolate, I would have lost my mind. I've heard of hot cereal, not like that, seems fine. I mean, I can kind of see the vision. First thing, no! See, wandering gets it! That's the first thing you eat in the morning, every morning! That's bananas!
See, I avoid the whole problem of, you know, oh, do you put the milk in before or after? I avoid that because I just don't put milk in my cereal at all.
No, I also eat dry cereal, but like...
match my fridge. Thank you.
First thing I do with the
I need to stop using that phrase.
Shut up.
I need to stop using that phrase so fucking casually.
Wouldn't that take more time? Exactly! It does! It's fucking, it's so many, first of all, it's a bunch of extra steps. Second of all, you're eating fucking boiled cereal hot. And then third of all, what do you mean? What do you mean? I just eat dry cereal. It gets soggy. I don't like the texture of when it gets soggy. I also just like the crunch.
See, that's the same thing with me. It's like, I treat cereal like a fucking, like the same way someone treats like a bowl of chips. It's kind of like a snack I consume.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not turn that snack into a soup. So.
Exactly. Dry cereal's good though. Yeah, you just put it in a bag.
Yeah, exactly.
So real, you'll never have, like, flakes and they get mushy and nasty. I agree, dry cereal all the way. Exactly! See, you get it. Y'all get it.
Yeah, no, yeah, y'all understand the vision.
You get the vision. They become, like, wet paper in your mouth. I don't like it. It's gross. I saw... Oh, God, I think about this all the way. I think about this all the time. So I was on TikTok, and I watched a man be like, this is how I do my pre-workout. And I'm like, okay. And so he takes his pre-workout, and he puts it in the shaker cup. And I was like, okay. So, like, if he's gonna put milk in this, I swear to God. This motherfucker, with his fucking pre-workout, pours, like... So, okay, the volume is so important. You know, like, your average, like, waifu shaker cup?
I'm aware.
It's like one of those. He puts in the scoops of pre-workout. The thing he uses to turn it into a beverage... The full, like, 8 ounces is fucking rum. I'm sitting here fucking flabbergasted as I watch him drink this concoction. And I'm like, this is a bit. This is a bit. You do not drink an entire shaker cup. Yes, like the drink! What do you mean? Like, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, this is a fucking bit. This is a jape. You've done this on the internet. For like, this is a funny thing you've posted to the internet. You do not proceed to work out on pre-workout and fucking 8 ounces of rum!
That's a choice.
Like, you are not getting fucking blasted in the Planet Fitness at fucking 11 a.m. There's no way. I'm like, sir, this is a joke. You're full of shit. Because if that's, listen, I've said before, like, far be it from me to judge someone else's alcohol consumption as I am a teetotaler, right? But, like, are you, like, I'm gonna be real. If you're drinking a fucking 8-ounce glass of rum every morning to start your fucking workout, you might have a problem.
That does.
Brother, you might need to, like, talk to a professional about that. Listen, there's probably a pro wrestler who does that. I speak from experience. I've got to respect the commitment, whether it's a bit or not. I mean, yeah, but, like, Jesus. Whole bunch of... Yeah, like, the raw eggs are one thing, right? Like, I think that's deranged. I think that's fucking insane. But, like, you can't... Like, first of all, mixing uppers and downers, period, is just a bad idea, and you just shouldn't do it. Like, pre-workout has, like, I don't know if it has caffeine in it, but, like, it has, like, shit in it to give you energy so that way you can do your workout, right?
Yeah.
Don't fucking take uppers and downers, first of all. Fun fact, it's why I can't drink alcohol. Is because of the fucking SSRIs I take. It'll just fucking kill me. I'll simply die. But, like...
Well, don't do that.
Well, yeah, I also just don't like the taste of alcohol. But, like...
That shit never helps at all.
But, like... Insane. Just deranged. I'm like, no, you're full of shit. This is a funny joke that you've posted on the internet for people to have the reaction I'm having. I refuse to believe.
It literally feels like no, that's someone who has a fetish for being yelled at. I will not contribute to that.
There's pro wrestlers who've done obscene amounts of cocaine who say there's not someone who does 8 gallons of rum.
Hey, did you know that... I forget who, but did you know there was a wrestler who shit their pants because they had to go up against The Undertaker?
Half-Life Death sound. Yeah, you're so right.
To be fair, if I had to fight The Undertaker, I'd shit my pants too. I get it.
I don't understand people who drink raw eggs or make raw meat shakes. I personally can't get into it. No, me neither. The fucking, like, pure carnivore diet is so... I feel like it has to be... They're like, oh, it's you know, it gives you all this testosterone. It's this, that, and the other. But I'm like... I feel like... First of all, how the fuck do you not get scurvy?
Bro literally got...
Like...
Bro's over here making the mystery mixed drinks from Dead Rising.
Yeah, like, I feel like you can't... I feel like eating, like, pounds of raw meat every day would... It's bad for you. Because, like, Okay, here's the thing, right? A lot of people... Whether or not it's healthy is one thing. Because, like, we can have that debate all day long. You know, your body needs what your body needs. But, like... But I love when people are like, ah, yes, this is a natural diet. This is the way that we are naturally supposed to eat. And I'm sitting here like, Cheryl, I love you and I'm here for you to live your best life. But sister, if you have to take a fistful of vitamins so that you don't get scurvy and die, it's probably not a natural diet. Like... Hang on. That's why I'm not gonna use the word healthy, because, like, you know, what's healthy for one person might not be for another, but, like...
It is strange.
But if it's a lot of things, it's not natural. We haven't lived a natural life with natural diets in thousands of years.
I think we probably forgot what that was like, guys. I'll be so real with you.
Probably.
Side note, by the way, Hitan.
Yes, Danica.
But, you know how you feel about Honkai?
Yeah.
So that's me with Zenless now. They got me here. Mihoyo finally got me, and I level other than I think the characters look neat. Zenless decided, hey, let's appeal to everything that this bitch likes in character designs, and then also have a gameplay loop that she can actually get into and pick up on like a near daily basis. And it's like, okay, great, wonderful. I'm so glad I'm here. Thanks, Mihoyo, for throwing me in the pit.
You don't drink alcohol. Would you drink mocktails? I would! I'd love to drink mocktails.
See, Puffball, you get it. You got it. You got it. Mihoyo got you by the Mihoyo just grabbed me by the ass and went, You're gonna play Zenless now. And I'm like, oh cool. Shit.
It's like, oh damn.
If I end up spending money on this game, I'll get back to you.
Mocktails are you make them like with some of the similar ingredients that you make for like a cocktail. So like for example, oh god, what's a good one? Like how a mimosa is
oh what? Hi-Fi Rush reference?
Is champagne and orange juice.
Damn it, I did it again.
You use like sparkling grape juice and orange juice. So it's you make the cocktail the same way you would normally, but you just add substitutions for the alcohol. They're usually for people who are teetotalers like me. For example, there's a number of reasons I don't drink. One of the big ones is that I'm on SSRIs, so I can't. I could get really sick.
I don't know what an SSRI is.
It's a kind of antidepressant. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. But I can't drink on them. They'll make me sick. I also, the alcoholism also runs in my family, and I just don't like the way it tastes. So there's a number of reasons why I don't drink alcohol. So the mocktails are for people like me and like James, who are sober. No Secco and OJ, yeah. So you have, like... They're so that you can feel, like, included at gatherings and the like. Also, they're just tasty. I did get bullied into drinking, limoncello at a family reunion once.
Huh.
Which is fucking awful. Don't do that. Those of you who do drink are sitting here like, Heaton, that's something you use to mix into a cocktail. You don't drink that straight. And my response is, you do if you're Italian.
Oh yeah, you are Italian.
Italians drink it as a palate cleanser at the end of the meal, and boy howdy did they want us to do that. And
Speaking of brand,
and I felt weird, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And then I did, and it was awful. It tastes like floor cleaner.
Speaking of brain rot.
Why the fuck is my charger not charging my phone?
You right there?
Hang on. I'm
okay.
Adjusting my... Charge my phone. Charge my phone! Phone charger. Hang on. One sec.
I've been there before.
I just don't want my phone to die.
That's fair.
My phone's on fucking life support.
Speaking of brain rot, I made a tweet that I thought that kind of went semi-viral. It was a throwaway tweet I made while in the Sam's Club with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because I convinced him to get a membership because I was like, you'd essentially allow you to pay the same you already pay for groceries, but get more out of it, so we go to the grocery store less.
That's what we do. That's why we did it as well.
Yep, that's exactly, yeah. See? You understand the vision. And while we were there, I tweeted out, y'all gotta understand Dead Rising bosses are so funny because their boss music will be some hard as hell rap rock song, and then the character it's attached to is like a dude named Phil who worked in accounting or some shit.
Factually true.
Like, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Dead Rising as a series, but it will have like the hardest boss themes ever, and then the boss it's attached to is a guy who like runs a supermarket or was a chef or some other mundane shit like that.
And they were like,
but,
the
like,
world's over, I'm going to do coke and be the coolest.
Literally, 90% of Dead Rising's bosses are, I had a mundane job, but then the zombies came and I saw something traumatic, so I kind of snapped and lost my shit, actually. Which, now that I say it out loud, kind of makes a lot of sense.
So I've decided to become a supervillain about it.
Someone quote retweeted it saying, as someone who works service, I react the same way.
Relatable content.
I mean, if you work at 9 to 5 and the zombies come, you probably go psycho too.
Listen, I didn't work customer service very long, but the brief time I did sucked ass, and I would never do it again.
Capcom, I need you to understand, if there's ever like a new Dead Rising after the remake, please make one of the psychopath bosses a customer service worker. It'd be so funny. Like, actually.
I was about to say, I'm having a fucking blast in, the CN show right now in Honkai, and the funniest part is I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting for Ting Yuan to fucking snap!
Oh.
She's got that customer service voice so down pat, and she's like, yes, yes, travelers. And I'm waiting for it. Because there's a couple of bits where the voice actress is great. You can hear her like, I swear to God, if you ask me to do one more stupid thing, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Side note, I find it so funny. By the way,
stop asking me to fight the Mara Struck. I don't do combat.
This is so funny, and I want to make it clear, I'm making fun of myself in this regard.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, every other, like, horror-adjacent game franchise got, like, remakes, and I was like, ugh, I'm so tired of all these remakes. But then the minute it happens to Dead Rising, I'm like, I will make the exception for this one, because it's the one I like a lot.
There is egg on your face.
Listen, I'll still make fun of the Silent Hill 2 remake because Blooper Team can eat shit, but...
Yeah, Blooper Team sucks. That's neither here nor there.
But, like, and the best part about being friends with you is that you can play their SH2 remake and I don't have to.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad you get to experience it through me.
Yeah, no, meanwhile, I get to play good remakes made by competent developers. Dead Rising can't stay winning, homie. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I cry. I weep.
I do pray for my Silent Hill homies, though. Y'all going through it.
Listen, everyone's like, oh, the trailer looks good. The stuff in the and I'm like, the stuff in the trailer does look good. I'm waiting to see how stuff is handled. We'll see. Because these motherfuckers said that they were going to change things, and I'm waiting to see what they changed.
That's concerning. Considering they made the medium, I don't know if I trust them to change anything.
Given that they made the medium, I don't know how I feel about them changing things and having their greasy little fucking mitts on Angela, so we'll see.
I already don't like what they've done to Maria, so...
Please don't fuck up Angela. I'm asking you so nicely. She's been through enough. Leave my girl alone.
They already missed the point of Maria. I have no doubt they'd fuck up Angela.
I just need you to not... falsely crucify this victim of family-based SA. I'm asking you so nicely. If you fuck this up, I'll kill you.
Stuff like the Silent Hill 2 remake is the reason why I bursted in joy when Capcom announced that they want that in order to keep the feel of Dead Rising intact with its tone, they're gonna keep all the comical animations from the OG game.
Thank God.
So, like, because they want to keep the games, like, more... Because Dead Rising's always been more comedic than its contemporaries. Like, it's still disturbing.
Dead Rising was silly.
Yeah, no, it's dark comedy. It's, like, genuine dark comedy in all of the best ways. And it's the reason I gravitated towards it when I first played it back at 8 years old.
We love Splatstick on this channel.
And now, as a 25-year-old, I'm excited for the remake of a game I played when I was 8. The worst part about it, though, is that they're advertising a pre-order skin that turns Frank into his 2006 model as a retro costume, and that made me feel my age, and I didn't like that.
Is Dead Rising 3 the one with the weird flamethrower? Yes.
Yeah, yes, that is the one where Dylan is a psychopath with the flamethrower attached to his balls. Yes, thank you for remembering that. Oh, by the way, fun fact about Dead Rising 3, Nick, the protagonist, is voiced by the same actor who was TJ Detweiler in Recess. So enjoy knowing that.
If I had the money and the time, I would have wanted to have a James Sunderland outfit for my model for the stream, but unfortunately, I am not Iron Mouse. I don't have the cash monies, and I don't have the artists on standby.
I want to draw Isaac Clarke, Leon Kennedy, and Frank West beating the shit out of James Sunderland. I won't even front.
Oh, Brooke and I are planning on cosplaying Ethan Winters. She's gonna cosplay Ethan. I'm going to be James, and the bit is just gonna be that she's gonna make fun of me the whole time for being for being a bad husband.
You did what?
Well, she was suffering. I wanted to put her out of her misery. Shut up, James. Okay.
Even Winters, you like shut up, James.
One of my favorite bits was I saw somebody do a comic of like all of the Silent Hill pro tags. It was all of them hanging out, and then James is just sitting outside with his fucking face pressed up against the window, and they're like, "You're not allowed in here.
You're not invited to the cookout."
Listen, James sucks, and I love with all of my heart that they were like, he's so fucking pathetic. Look at how sad and wimpy they made James. And I'm like, are we talking about the same man?
Are we talking about the same James Sunderland, Silent Hill?
I was like, yes, the Chad Sigma James Sunderland.
I was like, if you want Chad Sigma, James Sunderland is not the pro tag you're looking for, homie.
And I think Justin's right. He's like, I think they changed his model a little bit, and I'd have to double check, but he's like, I'm pretty sure, and I think he might be right.
I think it'd be really funny if they like said, we're gonna make a new model for James so that he's more built and he's ready to take on the evils of Silent Hill, and it's just a model of fucking of Chris Redfield.
Well, you want to know what's really funny?
The fact that
Chris Redfield.
The fact that I wish that that Resident Evil 8's cover was more accurate and that Chris did become a werewolf, because that would have gone hard.
No, my go-to
okay, but I'm right.
My go-to favorite bit about the Silent Hill community is that when the gameplay trailers came out, the regular gamers saw this and were like, this gameplay looks like shit. And then the Silent Hill fans were like, yes! The gameplay looks like shit! Or they're like, the combat looks like ass. And we were like, yes! The combat looks like ass!
Silent Hill fans when the game is unfun.
You know what would be a really fun experience for you, Heaton? You know what I think you would really love? Watch Wooly play Silent Hill 2.
Oh god, that sounds like it'd be really fucking funny.
He did bro actually tried to lab out like pipe combos.
Oh my god.
Because he's a psychopath.
That is so funny, actually. I won't front.
Why would you do this?
Yeah, so like when they're talking about the what was it? While they're talking about the Silent Hill 2 remake and why and Pat's like, I can't wait for this game to come out and blow ass all over my ass. Wooly was like, yeah, I looked at the combat trailer. Or no, Pat said because there is a combat trailer, that is a problem, because Pat is a really, really pretentious Silent Hill fan, and it makes him really fun to listen to.
No, Pat's also just right in this case, but alright.
No, I mean, those things can be the same.
True, you're right.
But the,
that was my bit, was just, this time he's just right.
Yeah. But Wooly was like, yeah, no, I mean, it looks a lot more in depth now. And Pat's like, the point is that it's not in depth and it's weird because you're just a guy trying to survive in fucking Silent Hill. And Wooly's like, but these pipe combos look kind of nice.
I hate.
Fucking, where's my shit?
I hate that we have a fucking parry mechanic. This sucks. I hate
Dude.
it here.
Have you seen the edit of the in water ending and the whole time that the letter reading is happening? Or like right after the letter reading and it's the credits? Like wherever the water filter is.
Yeah.
It plays Ocean Man.
Yes, I did.
Oh, man.
Hello, Zakyle! Welcome! Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time with the Legion.
What was that name?
Oh. God damn it. You are to be banned, you fool.
What did they do?
I got it.
Was it a true Sigma male?
Bubba.
I-
Bubba.
Their name sounded like a Nazi.
Like a Nazi salute.
Oh, that's
Ah,
icky. Come on, man. God, you could have named yourself everything. You could have named yourself 99 Toothed Balloons if you wanted to be German.
Man, I love
Blocked
Wanted Dead. Thank you for reminding me of it.
Blocked
Thank you for
and
reminding me.
recorded. Goodbye.
Oh, dude. Also, I am notable, not a huge fan of Spear Hunter. Avi Haltman has a hilarious bit where they were talking, or they were doing the podcast, and Susie was on it, and they were talking about Silent Hill Townfall.
Which I'm so excited about.
Literally the funniest thing that Susie Spear Hunter has ever said in her entire life is, honestly, you should like grab the box and turn it around, and in big letters it should say, "Are you town?"
Are you town?
I lost my fucking mind when I heard that.
That's so fucking funny. I'm so fucking excited for Townfall. I bet it's gonna be great.
Honestly, I still need to play Short Message, honestly.
You still need to play a lot of games.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
So
And you need
great.
what you need to do is you need to use your higher computer mana to get Transformers Devastation running on my computer at more than 10 frames per second, please.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that for you, dog. I won't lie.
I have been avoiding spoilers for that game for 10 years now because I just don't own an Xbox or a PlayStation. And as soon as I got one on my Nintendo PC, and it was like, oh no, dude, we can run Asura's Wrath at 55 frames per second. I was like, yay, hope. And then I turned on Devastation, and then it wouldn't. And then it reminded me of playing Metal Gear Rising on a Mac in 2013 at 10 frames per second and thinking it was the most optimal gaming experience in human history. Oh, why do video games hate me?
I feel so
I don't-
bad.
I don't know, dog. I don't know what to tell you.
God. Oh, man. Also, I just realized, you said, Heaton, you said the word parry in the last, 6 minutes. That means I'm legally obligated to tell you, hey, did you know that in Elden Ring, there are at least 10 different parry stances and 10
Yep.
different parry arts?
I'm aware.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you know that you can actually do Royal Guard? Because there is okay, so there is a weapon you get after you beat a guy. You get his boots, which let you do cool kick moves. And it lets you do a little Hadouken blast from your hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill one of these big furnace guys, you get a crystal tear, where you, if you drink your wondrous physic, your Super Sunny D, it will, I think it's for 500 seconds, give you a 40 frame parry on any weapon including the kick weapon, where you just like put your hand in front of your face a little bit. So the way it works is that if you use that parry, you take 0 stamina damage, and it doesn't matter what weapon you're equipping, you take 0 stamina damage and 0 damage in general. It is straight up just Royal Guard.
That's sick as
Straight
fuck,
up
actually.
I'm straight jorking it in the Royal Guard Club.
Autobots, straight jork it.
I'm straight jorking it in Royal Guard. If you hit me, then I will come.
Let's just say I'm jorking it, and by it, I mean my Royal Guard.
You mean my Royal
Do you
Guard?
like that saw?
Did you ever fight him?
Do you like that saw?
Who?
Dande.
Dande? Dande está?
Yeah, did you ever fight him?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't it fun?
It was really hard.
I think my favorite part about talking about that fight, like, because that fight's funny. That fight is very, 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 very funny. But my favorite part about talking about it is it's like, yeah, we're going, we're having fun, yeah. Gun, trick, sword, gun, sword, trick, trick, sword, gun, trick, Royal Guard, stop! You stare at the ground! Look at your fucking shoes! Gun, shorts, alright, we're good.
I need to readjust the size on some of these fucking things. God damn it, I fucked up. It's fine.
I love
Don't
it.
worry about
I
it.
love it so much. I love watching footage of it, and it's just like everyone's going crazy. Dante's doing fucking bite combos, Virgil's throwing out fucking summon swords and round trips, and then he says, Royal Guard! And then stop.
I'm right, and I'm left, and I'm right, and I'm left.
It's like a pause.
You stop fucking moving this instant! Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, man.
Video game fear, you're too good. My fear is that I'm hitting the buttons too fast. No. Ah! I take my hands off the controller. A theater kid?
Nice.
I can do that for you right before we end stream here. I can do that.
Nice. Let's go, baby.
I thought I saw the kitty. I was a fool. I'll just open the playlist. I will let fate decide. I can't think of anything in particular I want to do today. So where is this playlist I have for this? There it is. Boop. Boop. Oh! Wait, no, hang on. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay. It's been a minute. So I don't know if I'll remember how to do this, but... It's so special. Maybe you can be what you want to be. Searching for every waking hour through to find answers. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You're rising in me, pump it up. 28, 29, 30. The thing wants me to find you. Step up to the plate with a Psycho Showdown. Make a splash and take on the town. Mob, mob, what do you want? Mob, mob, what do you want? Mob, mob, what do you want? Move, move, just like mob. If everyone is not special, maybe you can be what you want to be. You and me are not alike, night and day. If your life is your own, okay, you can be yourself, live it your own way. Searching every waking hour, we're sure to find answers. 2, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 8, 9, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Smiles with your laser beams. Can't read social cues, demon rush. Self-confidence, psychic wave. Exorcism of my emotion. Mob, mob, where do you go? Mob, mob, which do you go? Mob, mob, how do you go? Love, love, just like mob. If everyone is not special, maybe you can be what you want to be. You and me are not alike, like night and day. Your life is your own, okay. You can be yourself, live it your own way. Searching every waking hour, we're sure to find answers. Dude. Guitar solo happens here for a minute.
Nice.
Here, let me... Mob! Whatever you want! Mob! Mob! Whatever you want! Mob! Mob! Whatever you want! Mob! Move just like mob! If you can see you're not alone, maybe you can find your way back home. You're burdened by your hate and strife, so live your life. If your life is your own, okay, sometimes you want to run away. You live and see another day, no mistake. If everyone is not special, maybe you can be what you want to be. You and me are not alike, like night and day. Your life is your own, okay, you can be yourself, live it your own way. Searching every waking hour, we're sure to find answers. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 8, 9! Fucking love that OP. I love 99.
I need to actually watch Mob Psycho.
I know nothing about theater yet. Pretty much everything considered theater kid and stuff like that. Maybe this says something about me. What did I come back to? I spaced out.
You have autism.
If chat spends 5,000 channel points, Heaton will sing a song from various musical theater productions that they like. Well, I have a... That's just the Mob Psycho opening. I have, I called it Theater Kid because it's... I just perform for you is the bit.
Oh, dude.
But I have a playlist that I hit shuffle on, and I have to sing for chat.
I remember I was in the car with my mom, and I put on the Mob Psycho opening, and she actually turned and looked at me and said, "Is this song about a fucking telemarketer?"
That's great.
Because it's about pain, suffering, and counting.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad she said that.
Oop. Paste. Check. Find revengeable attacks. Get you fucking got. Check. File. Boop.
Okay.
Oh, wait, nope. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Oh, hey, Beaton, did I tell you that my stand has officially backfired?
I think so.
Did I tell you that I was scrolling through my bumbler, my schmumbler, as one might say.
Yeah.
Every single person that I know and follow reblogged the same gift art of Sukuna.
You're fucked. You're fucking cooked, gamer.
Every single person, and they were all like, OMG, he's so cute, he's so baby girl, oh my god. And I'm like, should I kill myself like now, or should I wait until you all stop and then do it publicly?
Should you jujitsu kill yourself? Right
I
now.
am going to jujutsu kill myself.
So, since we are now complete with today's stream, I will be sending you over to our dear pigeon boy, Vaughn. I will see you on Tuesday for your regularly scheduled attacks. Wish death upon my enemies artistically. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye!
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Nara.